What's up? We're back from recess. This is Kevin from Kevin's Corner, litigating the whole impeachment trial, getting a jump on it so that y'all don't even have to sit through it and watch it. Because, see, this is an easy one to defend, and I'm no lawyer. I have to give my disclaimer. I'm not a lawyer. I just play one on Kevin from Kevin's Corner, okay? But the opinions that I express in my objections and views in defense of the president are simply mine and mine alone. Probably some of yours too. But nonetheless, these do not express the same ideas of YouTube or lawyers and all of that stuff. This is me simply trying to case with something I like to call common sense. So here is Pencil Neck Adam Schiff, who is continuing to provide and spew out the two impeachment articles that they're trying to get the president on. So with no further ado, the court's back in session. Let's start off with Pencil Neck over here, talking about some more of what he feels violates the Constitution and why the president needs to be impeached. Let's continue.
But has persisted in openly and corruptly urging and soliciting Ukraine to undertake investigations for his personal political benefit.
Objection. On the grounds of Adam Schiff being corrupt, evil, and an idiot. But nonetheless, the assumption that Pencil Neck over here has is that the president, by asking Ukraine to look into these things and these matters, has something, once again, to do with a political benefit. And there's no evidence to suggest that. But let's hear what else he has to say so I can object to that off grip anyway.
These actions were consistent with President Trump's previous invitations of foreign interference in the United States elections. In all of this...
Objection. Exactly what evidence do you have suggesting that President Trump solicited foreign entities to interfere with the last election? Now, Your Honor, and to the jury, I like to also present some evidence that Pencil Neck and the DNC actually solicited foreign entities to help interfere with that election by simply using a foreign spy to gather dirt from Russia, who they blame Trump and everybody else who disagrees with them of supporting. They paid to get that information. That, to me, Your Honor, sounds like soliciting foreign entities to interfere with the government. Not to mention a recorded phone call with Pencil Neck over here. Pencil Neck was on the phone with what he felt or thought was two Russian oligarchs getting dirt or giving dirt on Donald Trump, and yet Pencil Neck followed up. He wanted that dirt real bad. We have it all on audio, Your Honor. So if that qualifies you for being impeached, then he needs to be impeached right now. He shouldn't be trying this case. But nonetheless, his statement of President Trump soliciting a foreign entity to interfere with the last election is hogwash. Because President Trump was on an open platform where he jokingly said, Russia, if you're out there and you got Hillary's 30,000 emails, maybe you can find them. That is not soliciting an entity to interfere with an election, considering the emails had already been hacked. They had already been hacked. They were already out there. WikiLeaks was already out there, putting this information out. So what is Mr. Pencil Neck talking about? Let's continue.
President Trump abused the powers of the presidency by ignoring and injuring national security and other vital national interests to obtain an improper personal political benefit. He has also betrayed the nation by abusing his high office to enlist a foreign power in corrupting democratic elections. Wherefore, President...
Objection. Where is he saying, what reference is he talking about? A foreign power to affect U.S. elections. Nothing about maybe Mr. Schiff, Pencil Neck over here, needs a lesson in context. Nothing in that conversation that we all had access to read suggests that anything would impact the 2020 election. I mean, I didn't hear election mentioned. I didn't hear 2020 mentioned. I didn't hear nothing that would suggest that President Trump was asking them to interfere with our election. What Pencil Neck over here is doing is inferring and embellishing, just like he did when he read the original transcripts and put all of his spin and creativity into it. Let's continue.
Trump, by such conduct, has demonstrated that he will remain a threat to national security and the Constitution if allowed to remain in office.
Objection.
And has acted in a...
How can you prove this? What makes you think, first of all, that he was a threat to our national security, which I already covered, okay, in the last segment? But how are we speculating that this is something the president is going to continue doing when they haven't proved that he did it in the first place, Your Honor? Right now, all that is innuendo. They're just inferring. They're just winging it, pulling it out of their butt, and in the court of law. We base things on evidence, not on speculation and creativity. Let's continue.
Manner grossly incompatible with self-governance and the rule of law.
Okay.
President Trump thus warrants impeachment and trial, removal from office, and disqualification to hold and enjoy any office of honor, trust, or profit under the United States.
That's pretty harsh. All right, let's move on to the next. Article 2. Here we go.
Obstruction of Congress.
Obstruction of Congress. Objection.
The Constitution provides that the
Objection, because Congress sucks. That's the grounds right now. That's my first objection. Overruled. Okay, I'm going to let that one slide. Let's continue.
House of Representatives shall have the sole power of impeachment.
Okay.
And that the president shall be removed from office on impeachment for and conviction of treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors. In his conduct of the office of President of the United States and in violation of his constitutional oath, faithfully to execute the office of President of the United States, and to the best of his ability preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
Get with it, pencil.
And in violation of his constitutional duty to take care that the laws be faithfully executed.
Come on. I'm ready to
Donald J.
object.
Trump has directed the unprecedented, categorical, and indiscriminate defiance of subpoenas issued by the House of Representatives pursuant to its sole power of impeachment. President Trump has abused the power of the presidency in a manner offensive to and subversive of the Constitution, in that the House of Representatives has engaged in an impeachment inquiry focused on President Trump's corrupt solicitation of the government of Ukraine to interfere.
Objection. First of all, that's speculation. Okay. This man just said his corrupt. That's not an actual thing. Okay. He hasn't proven that. Matter of fact, that right there is subjective. Some people don't feel there was anything wrong with it. But because this man has a motive to impeach, he's going to simply say that inquiry about Joe Biden and Hunter was corrupt. See, so that right there is nothing but embellishing. But secondly, Your Honor, maybe Mr. Pencilneck over here needs a lesson in the co-equal branches of government. Maybe Pencilneck over here needs a lesson in how to build a case and go through the process so that therefore people will recognize the separation of powers and honor their requests. Meaning this, it legitimizes them if they would have requested these witnesses and taken it to the Supreme Court and won. But instead, Your Honor, Mr. Pencilneck and the rest of them opted not to go that route. They were impatient. They were hasty. They felt that America was in immediate danger because of Donald Trump being the president. So they opted not to take all of their subpoenas to court. Now, as co-equal branches, the executive branch don't have to bow down and just submit to every request from Congress. If there's a disagreement, the judicial branch is supposed to work that out and decide who wins and who doesn't. But they never went through that process. Therefore, how can you hold President Trump in contempt of Congress when there was never a verdict rendered concerning whether he has to comply with those subpoenas or not? And with that being said, I rest my case. And if I had a mic, I'd drop it. We don't even need to further go on with this garbage from Pencilneck over here, because just with common sense and a little bit of observation, I've destroyed this man's argument. Okay, so go home, Senate. You don't even need to. I already took care of it. Okay, all y'all need to do is just roll in a big fat Sony TV, put a VHS tape inside, click, 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 and just show this video throughout the court session, and that'll wrap it all up, okay? Nice working with you all. Anyway, you've been listening to Kevin and Kevin's Corner. Don't forget to check me out every Wednesday night, 7:30 live in Kevin's Corner on my radio blog talk show. Also on Facebook and on YouTube. Don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe, and the notification button. Make sure that your notifications are set for all and that you're still subscribed. And find, if you want to donate to Kevin and Kevin's Corner, there's a link in the bottom of this video to do that as well. And check out Extreme Tees, my sponsor. If you like something, put my name in the promo code Kevin. You'll get a 20% discount. And find me on Facebook and the Twitter. We'll see y'all next time in Kevin's Corner. God bless. I rest my case.